Welcome to the Calyrex Game Corner's Pokemon D&D campaign, featuring Cindy, a young vagabond from the Hoenn region with pyromaniac tendencies, Gimli, a stocky, burly miner from Sinnoh looking for his lost son, Elodie, an enthusiastic foodie and baker from Kalos, and Schmidt, an enigmatic man from Johto with a duck. My name is Rich, and I'm the Game Master, and this is Dunsparce and Drampa. The Packo has found themselves in the heart of Granite Cave, spelunking alongside ruined maniac Omari on the quest of finding rare items to sell in exchange for rebuilding the Carpenter home, previously destroyed by these nuts. Gimli befriended a gang of Darumaka and their leader Darmanitan, who took him on a dig and introduced him to a chamber full of Nosepass and Probopass, hidden behind an impossibly heavy stone door before reuniting with the party. The Darmanitan then ushered them to a hallway where the party encountered a Haxorus family, 2 Haxorus, a Fracture, and an Axew, the latter of which charismatically introduced itself to Cindy before provoking the attention of the rest of the family. It has been observed that these Haxorus have unusually colored blades emerging from their faces, a light reddish pink, contrary to the crimson and black hues featured on an ordinary Haxorus. Gimli, Elodie, Cindy, Schmidt, and Omari, you will be rolling for initiative. Let's see it.
Dirty 19.
You can become proficient in...
Big old 3.
17.
You found yourself in a chamber that is roughly circular. It's about 40 by 40. Those are the dimensions. The chamber is connected to a northern... Well, it's actually this faces east, technically, but for our map, it points to the north. There's a long hallway that you walk down that's 10 feet wide to get to this chamber. These are all roofed. The hallway that you're in is probably about 10 or 15 feet tall. The chamber is quite a bit higher. It's like 30 or 40 feet tall. There's a whole bunch of rubble that you identified on this map's western wall, which you deduced must be like Nosepass carapaces. The 2 larger circles in the middle of the chamber are the fully adult Haxorus. There's a C there for Cindy's location. Cindy will not be able to move. This is where Cindy starts. The circle above her is the Fracture, and the circle to the right is the Axew. So what we're going to do is that I'll be granting a bonus initiative turn for the Packo to sort out which party members they want to use, as well as any movement or any checks that they want to start the combat with. I guess we'll start with Schmidt. We'll go in order. Is there anything you want to do to prep for what may be combat, what may be not, but you should probably be ready?
Position myself behind Gimli.
Okay, so wherever Gimli ends up, you want to be behind him.
Yes.
Okay.
That's all I have because I don't know what we're doing right now.
Okay.
I don't know how this is going to go.
Do you want to prepare any Pokemon?
Can I roll a metronome?
Yeah, sure. Fucking go for it, dude.
All right. Dizzy Punch.
Cool. Yeah, let me get some stats on that for you. You're going to be rolling to hit for sure. Roll a d4.
To hit?
Yeah, no, sorry. Roll a d4 for the target that metronome is hitting.
Oh. 2.
Okay. You're going to be targeting the Axew. One of those options on the 4 was Cindy, so you got lucky.
That might have actually been the best option.
Maybe. You get +4 to hit. Roll to hit d20.
I rolled a natural 1.
Okay, great. Togepi Omelet finds himself getting very, very dizzy, and their little fist begins to glow, their little triangular hand. They waddle over towards Axew, who's roughly the same height, and Omelet swings their cute little eggy body and does that thing where they had so much momentum that they end up just spinning on their foot, and they fall on their butt. They're not prone, but, they're just a little baby. Nice. That is going to be your one prep action.
Yep. Fantastic turn.
Okay, yeah. I mean, it's not real initiative yet, so we're chilling. Elodie, what are your thoughts before this encounter begins?
I would like to, if I could have Cabbage and Key Lime out.
Sure. You can make those swaps.
I will probably move closer to where, Cindy and the others are.
Okay. The main thing to ask is that you're not trying to move past Cindy, right?
No.
Okay. And then I can offer you one sort of skill check or thing if you want to try it. I'm not sure if I would allow a full-blown attack. We did the metronome because it's kind of like a thing. But if you want to, you can swing in Ancestral Fey Magic if you want. Although, how many charges of that do you have?
I only have 2 total, and I've used them both.
Okay.
For this long rest, I believe they were charging a long rest, right?
Yeah. Yes, that is correct.
Yeah, I've used them both, unfortunately, already.
It happens. You can make a skill check. You can do something.
I think I'll just leave it where it's at. Can't really
Okay.
think of anything to do. Don't want to do things just for the sake of doing things.
That's fine. Gimli, do you want to prep?
I will be prepping Trevor and Lasagna. Great
Okay.
classic duo.
Great.
And how's the positions of stuff look?
For the Packo,
Yeah.
you can be
We
wherever
are
you.
in a tunnel. Yeah.
Yeah, you're in a tunnel. You can be
Right,
wherever
for
you
sure.
want behind Cindy. Totally fine. If you want to move past
Okay.
Cindy, it's not impossible, but it may have consequences.
Okay. I'm gonna have Lasagna project a barrier onto Cindy.
Okay, can you just read that real quick so everyone's familiar?
So as an action, Lasagna creates a barrier around itself and a number of allies it can see or otherwise detect. This costs 1 additional PP for each ally, and this move's effect. So for 1 minute or losing concentration, barrier ends on all targets. So it'll put a barrier on Lasagna, and then for an extra PP, it'll put a barrier on Cindy.
Okay, works for me. That'll be like your action if that is like in place of a skill check or something. That's what you're going to be doing.
Yes.
Omari looks a little pale. His mustache looks a little droopy, but he's gonna stand behind the rest of the Packo, probably next to Schmidt, and he's gonna kind of just like clench his fists and make like a "we can do this" kind of stance. And he sends out his friend, the Trapinch, and Trapinch will participate in this combat. Cindy, it's your turn.
I guess the vibe is like, I just want to be friend. Can I try to pet the fracture?
Yeah, the guy who just like tackled you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can pet him. Make a charisma check.
Can I do Pokemon handling? It gives me a +5 instead of a +2.
Right. This Pokemon is not under your command, and you're not like instructing it to do anything. If you were like
Okay, so
trying
just
to
charisma.
get it to do something, but you're really just trying to charm
Not
it.
hurt me.
Yeah. Yeah.
13.
That is not the DC that I was looking for. Fracture, you're not going to be punished, but Fracture is not interested in being friends with you. Fracture saw you as a threat and continues to see you as a threat.
Okay.
Which Pokemon do you have out of your party?
I think Cookie was out just because of light for darkness.
Mhm.
And Basket is out because of the Moonstone.
That's right. And Basket has a terrible movement speed at the moment, but you can currently place it like up front where you are if you so wish. Cool.
I might just use distance moves just to keep the Moonstone safe.
Yeah, that is certainly an option. With all that being said, we will now begin Real for Realsies initiative. And the first of the order is Schmidt. What do you do in this situation? You find yourself
Damn it.
at the bottom of a cave with a bunch of dragons. What do you do?
Just to be clear, I don't think I mentioned it earlier. I have Quacko and Walter out.
Yes,
Those are
thank
my
you.
only 2.
Got it.
Well, I guess Omelet's out too because we metronomed.
Yes. Yes.
Kind of want to do the lay in wait thing again.
Okay. You want to like hold your action?
Yeah, I want to have Walter dig a hole
Sure. You can absolutely
and
do
then jump in the hole. Can we dig a hole to Togepi and then yoink Togepi in the hole?
that. You could easily have Togepi drop into the hole.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. You have a burrow speed, so a skill check is not required. I do want to know the length of this tunnel and if it's really just like a U shape, like it just goes down and then up. If you could describe
Yeah,
that.
it's kind of like a
Kind of
like not a full U, but yeah.
parabolic in a way.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Walter does that without issue. No skill check necessary. That is one of your 2 of your action economy, full action economy. For now, it appears that Omelet and Walter have full cover, which is always a good thing to have.
I think I'll just hold any other action.
Okay. Do you want to give me like a condition for when we can activate your action? Are you waiting for something specific?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just waiting for if they start swinging at us or not.
Okay.
Like if I need to swing, you know?
Okay. You're going to hold your action to wait to see if one of your allies is attacked then.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. That is fine. Generally, I just need conditions for holding actions, but that's totally valid. And you can use that action either on Omelet or Quacko, or yourself, actually.
Cool.
Cool. Cindy, it's your turn. You have a fracture in front of you and an Axew to your side. What do you want to do?
They don't like me, do they?
I will give you a free good old perception check, insight check, to get the vibe of maybe one, maybe multiple of the creatures in this chamber.
How's a 5 for insight?
5's pretty bad. The only thing that you can determine for sure off of that 5 is that Fracture is mad at you. You don't know the vibes of the Haxer, so you don't know the vibes of Axew. You're familiar with dragons, but you're not familiar with these dragons.
Oh, okay. This might be some 5D chess, but here we go. Can I send out Fang and have him as a fellow dragon try to be like, yeah, we're cool, we're bros.
Dragon ambassador?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. The swap will consume one of your actions, or maybe not a swap. You just want 3 Pokemon out.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, you're able to.
And then I'll
send
use
Fang
my
out.
other action to have Fang and Bass.
Embass. Yeah,
Do we
okay.
need to do the duck phone train again?
Yeah, it could be that.
If needed, if we get feedback, we might need to duck telephone train, but we'll see what we get.
Okay. Fang the Shelgon. A body shape that is pretty contrary to these bipedal axe dragons. Shelgon's very round and quadrupedal. Enters the field as an ambassador. Who is Fang addressing in this situation?
I mean, where I last left Axew was like, this is fine. So maybe the fracture?
Yeah, Fracture?
Yeah, the one that breathed on me weird.
Okay. Fang will stand to your side or behind you and communicate a message of diplomacy to Fracture. Have Fang make probably persuasion check. I doubt he's proficient. It's probably just straight charisma.
A -1 in that charisma.
Yeah. Shelgon isn't
Come
very
on,
talkative.
15 on the die, so 14.
Okay. That's all right. Fang interacts with this Fracture, and Fracture does that thing that sometimes animals do, or I guess Pokemon do, when they're trying to interpret something and they tilt their head 45 degrees. And it's doing that at Shelgon. It seems like Fracture is still in an aggressive stance, but it's considering its options currently. Do you have any bonus actions or anything that you'd like to, anything else you'd like to do?
Would it be an action to give Basket the weakness policy?
To transfer items, yeah, for sure. It's like donning equipment, kind of.
Would that be an action or a bonus action?
Action, full action.
Okay. Then maybe not yet.
Okay, we're going to call it. So far, so good. Only punch that's been thrown is the Dizzy Punch, which missed, so that's something. Elodie, it's your turn.
Cool. I would like to just, in preparation, use a misty terrain with Cabbage.
Okay.
And that is a 60-foot radius, so it should be able to fill the whole cavern that they're in, right?
Yeah, so it can extend 20 feet into the tunnel that you're in, and then also just fill the cavern. So that's pretty sick. You get to do that as an action, correct?
Yes.
Cabbage, kind of being a whimsical fey creature floating on the ground, holds out her little hands and creates a field effect on the entire ground of this cave. Pink swirls appear on the ground, and they float around like a layer of fog or mist.
What are the effects of it?
Yeah, you want to read it?
Sure. So, no grounded creatures inside the Misty Zone can suffer from new status conditions, and when under healing effects, add an extra die of healing. Incoming dragon-type damage to any creature grounded in the mist has no damage bonus. I am neutralizing dragon damage from them. Please.
Thank you, Kermit.
Yeah, very cool, Kermit Elodie.
I'm going to neutralize dragon damage.
Actually, no, that's Cabbage's voice, actually.
Yeah, that's Cabbage's
Don't worry,
voice.
Elodie, I will neutralize the dragon damage for you with my misty terrain.
Okay, that's one of your actions. You get another one as well as bonus actions. What would you like to do?
With Miss Key Lime, I will do a Calm Mind. So that will...
Yeah, read that, please.
I'm assuming for the encounter, double my attack modifier, and I have advantage on Charisma, Intelligence, and Wisdom saves for 1 minute. Yeah, 1 minute. Okay, so...
Pretty cool. Yeah, that's the timer is 1 minute. Nice. Yeah, Key Lime, little robotic Curlia, while the Misty Terrain is being set, just closes its cyber eyes and focuses, and a little pulse of pixely aura surrounds her body, and the mind has become calm. Excellent preparation. Any bonus actions for Elodie?
Nope, that'll be it.
Okay, it's the dragon's turn. Here come the dragons. Fracture has just barely been successfully charmed into being confused and stumped on what to do next. It continues to stare at Fane, holding its hands forward and its large tusks coming out of its mouth. This creature is like kind of the size of Cindy, so it's fairly large. It's not as small as Axew, but not as big as Haxor is. It's not sure what to do. Axew is going to jump at Cindy playfully, but rolls poorly on its dex save. Oh no, poor Axew. Axew leaps at Cindy for some attention, but falls on its face and goes, "Meh," and it seems like it is not particularly happy. This upsets the two Haxors in the back. They're standing further back in the chamber, and they give each other a look of recognition, perhaps. These bipedal dragons with axes on their faces, long scaled tails, armor plating on their bodies, turn to face each other, and they clang the axes on their faces together. It makes a resonant kind of cymbalic sound throughout the chamber that echoes and kind of rattles everything around. They do this a few more times while twisting and turning their bodies about as if they are performing a dance together. They conduct this ritual, and then they stand and face forward in an offensive position towards the tunnel, and they move right up next to Fracture. They do not conduct an attack. That's all the dragons. Very cool. As they approach Cindy and they get closer and closer and the light becomes more apparent, you see that they are large. They are large creatures. They're standing at roughly or over 10 feet. They are quite wide. And again, their axes have a pinkish color to them. A little peculiar. It's Omari's turn. Omari looks at Trapinch and says, "You can do it, buddy." And I don't know why that was his voice. It's more like, "You can do it, buddy." And then Trapinch goes, because that's the sound that Trapinch makes, apparently, if you were wondering. And Trapinch runs forward towards Axew and also trips right next to where Axew fell. For the record, both Axew and Trapinch are prone. They're both small creatures, so they can occupy the same space here, and they are just chilling on the ground. It appears, rolling, one of the Haxors felt a little threatened that Trapinch ran up to Axew, and they get right up behind Axew and Fracture, satisfying that little corner at the end of the tunnel right next to Cindy, and they are looking dead on at Cindy and snarling. Gimli, what are you doing?
They're snarling. Not the move, the action.
Yes, the action. They are communicating in dragon speak.
Okay, can you refresh me on the positioning of the different enemies we're fighting right now?
Yeah. So Cindy is like at the mouth of the tunnel as it enters the chamber. To her north is Fracture. To her west, to her east is both a fell Trapinch and a fell Axew. They're like laying on their bellies because they couldn't run well. One Haxorus is like directly diagonal of Cindy between Fracture and Axew, and then the other one is standing behind Fracture. So they're all kind of piled up here.
How can I defend Cindy in this position? She's kind of in danger. We already got a
Maybe.
barrier on her. Maybe.
Maybe
I
I
seem-
can charisma out of this one.
I don't know. I don't know how much of a Rizmeister you're feeling like today.
So are they for sure like attacking us now?
They have not attacked yet. 3 of them are in an aggressive position. The Haxorus consumed their actions to perform a dance and then moved towards you.
Oh no.
Could it have been a dragon dance?
Potentially, yes.
On your turn, you were welcome to make
Perhaps. I just don't want to. I mean, it seems like they're going to attack us next turn, so I'm like, but I want to kind of set up, I think, around Cindy. Let's see, can we?
Well, he's still thinking, can I make my action? And then maybe that will help.
A roll.
What
What was
do
your
you plan
condition
on doing?
again?
Oh, I guess if they are attacking, they haven't attacked yet.
They have not attacked yet.
Right.
Okay.
If that happens and like the initiative ends, you can keep holding it if you want, and then when they attack, you can launch something. So I'm not going to waste your turn, especially because you're the Dex character.
I just kind of want to yoink Cindy in the hole. That is my intention currently.
Mm-hmm.
I could let you do a swap if you want. If you want that to be the action that you've been holding.
I don't want to swap. I just want to yoink it then.
Oh, I
run
mean
through
like
the hole with Cindy.
swapping your
Yeah.
action that you were holding for the attack. If you want to yoink Cindy instead, I can allow it.
Yeah, just yoink Cindy in the hole and then get behind her tank.
Okay. This may not happen without consequence. I won't specify. Do you want to do it?
Yes, let us do it.
Yeah,
Okay.
attempt that, and then
Okay.
I'll base my action based on how your yoink goes.
Okay. You will succeed on this, but I want a dex check to see how smoothly you do it.
13.
Okay. 13 is pretty good, but not good enough for what I'm going for here. As you move Cindy out of the target range of 3 of these dragons, being Fracture, Axew, and one of the Haxers, they all get opportunity attacks on her. Let's see if they make them. Axew rolls a nat 1, of course, but Axew was knocked over anyways. Fracture, I'm gonna make a con save to see if they're like concentration because they're focused on Fang. They're no longer focused on Fang. They will throw out their tusk towards Cindy as she gets yoinked away. With a 14 to hit, does that hit Cindy?
How much does the barrier provide? It actually doesn't say.
It says it gives
Does
AC.
a 14 hit Cindy? It sure does.
No, that's what I'm asking because she has a barrier around her.
It's +2.
Oh,
+2 AC.
+2. Oh, it wasn't noted in the.
Oh,
actual
I'm sorry.
spell.
Yeah, please add that. That's very important.
Yeah.
It just says grants
a
AC.
14 still hits.
Yeah, that will
What's
still
your
connect.
AC?
11.
Okay.
Yeah, Cindy's a little.
And my
guy.
max HP is 47.
Yeah, Fracture rolls out an attack with its tusks. Uses
Okay.
2 of them to chop into Cindy, dealing 8 points of damage. This is like human
Okay.
resisted damage, of course. Cindy, make a quick little perception check.
Excellent. Perception, that's a 3.
You don't notice anything. Great. Big Haxorus with its pink blades will also get an attack of opportunity with a 23 to hit.
That will also hit.
Excellent. Dealing a good old 15 points of damage. As
Jesus.
are you still up? What's your HP at?
5.
Okay. Yeah, they cleave their big old axe like right into your right leg as you get yoinked away and cuts you up real bad. You do be bleeding. It's not good. Doesn't like sever you or doesn't break any bone, but it gets into your muscle a little bit. And man, does it hurt. It's not good. The blade of its head just went into your leg like butter. There was like no resistance whatsoever. Great.
How do they even sharpen their axes?
Great question.
Chopping the noses
On the
off.
nose pets noses.
Yeah.
Maybe you could ask them their technique.
Yeah.
That being said, Cindy gets yoinked
So
away.
that went so well. Yeah.
Yeah, it still works. So Cindy, you can be behind Schmidt and Gimli, and because we can arrange that so that Gimli's in the front and Schmidt and Cindy and Elodie and Omari. Yeah, that checks out. Cindy's no longer in the front line, basically. Her Pokemon were already behind her, so we will not consider that a thing. Gimli is the front line currently. Now we'll go back to Gimli's turn. Thank you for your
Sweet.
patience as we navigated that held action.
All right. Time for me to execute a little combo.
Okay.
So we're gonna do some good old Trevor Lasagna wrecking ball.
Okay.
Try to drop Trevor directly on top of the Axorus with Lasagna
Okay.
using psychic energies.
The one behind Fracture or the one behind Axew who attacked Cindy?
The one behind Fracture.
Okay. So Lasagna is going to psychically lift up Trevor the Gigalith and drop
Yeah.
onto Haxorus?
Mhm.
Okay, great. Do you want to do this as 2 different checks or do you want to do the combo thing?
I think the combo thing's fine.
Okay. For this technique, I'm going to say D8. No, D6. I lied. D6. D6.
Yeah, the smaller the die, the better. the
Yep.
Combo, yeah.
Yep.
3 and 4.
Okay. Not bad at all.
Mhm.
Trevor is essentially rolling an attack. What do you think is the most applicable attack here? I guess Rock Slide, right?
Well, I guess it's Rock Slide, but it's his body.
Yeah. Yeah, but we have to generate a damage thing somehow.
Yeah,
We'll
we generate
we'll
damage.
amp it up by the effect of the drop. But
Yeah, gotcha.
yeah, I suppose so. The technique worked. Give me, I guess, a roll to hit. Is that how we've been doing it for this thing?
Well, the success of the technique was now it drops it. So if we're treating it like Rock Slide, we'll just do the behavior of Rock Slide, I guess, with a bonus effect onto it.
Yeah, I'm
Or
just trying.
do you think it would be it would be a harder strength save on a Rock Slide? 'Cause
Well,
it's
Haxorus is
attacking
still
Trevor.
armored. I think.
Yeah, but it's still dropping Trevor's body and
Yeah,
not like
well,
rocks.
You're gonna roll to hit with advantage with
Okay,
the
but, like, Rock
attack
Slide's
bonus
not a
of
roll
Rock
to
Slide.
hit.
I know. Oh.
Okay.
I can generate a roll to hit if I just look at your stats real quick, and we'll keep
Okay.
this in mind. It's gonna be 10.
I rolled a natural 16 on that, so
Okay, so yeah, 26. Unsurprisingly, does beat the armor class of Haxorus. Yeah, roll your Rock Slide damage, and let's add a little bit extra. We'll do I'm trying to like combo a move from Lasagna, but let's just keep it simple. Let's just do an additional D12 and let's do +6 to the already existing damage bonus. How's that?
Okay, we're just going raw damage.
Yeah,
Because we
unless
can
you
just do
unless
the rock slide effect where it falls prone because he lands on top of them.
are you going for that?
Well, I mean, that's what rock slide does.
That's true. That's true.
We can
Um,
just do that instead of the damage, and just like Trevor just literally sits on top of them because he just
Oh,
lands on
yeah,
top
you're
of them.
welcome to forego the damage to just do that if you wish.
I'm just saying that's the effect of rock slide.
Yeah, is that what you want to do?
Yeah.
Okay. We're still gonna roll damage because it's a big hit, but it's just gonna be regular rock slide damage.
Okay, so they fall prone and they take 23.
Fantastic. 23 points of damage into Haxorus as Lasagna uses its insane mental crab powers to lift Trevor the Gigalith up in the air and drop it directly on the back of this Haxorus. It falls to the ground with a thud as Trevor sits on its back, rendering it prone and dealing significant damage. Nicely done. Do you have any bonus actions or anything?
Yeah, so now that I'm on top of the Haxorus, I'm going to make a sandstorm around it.
Okay, yeah, you get that as a bonus action.
Yeah, it's a bonus action.
What's the radius of Sandstorm?
60 feet.
All right. That will create a sandstorm of 60 feet and be based on your position in the tunnel that affects the entire battlefield, just like the misty terrain. Very cool. Sand is raging. Anything else for Gimli?
No, that's it.
I do want a quick perception.
2.
Okay. You also do not notice this thing.
Well, there's a lot of sand. It's hard to see, you know?
Yeah, it is hard to see all this sand. Back to the top of the initiative. Schmidt, it's you again. You just pulled Cindy back, and you saw Gimli drop Trevor onto this Haxorus. What are you doing?
Can I make a perception check to see the thing that's concerning?
Yes, you're welcome to do it right now as an action, but depending on what else you do, you might get it for free. I'm not going to tell
Okay.
you what that is because no one's perceived it.
I think this is a setup turn.
Okay.
I think I want Walter to rage.
Ooh, great. Can you read that real quick?
Walter enters a fit of rage, attacking with relentless fury for 1 minute. While raging, Walter gains an additional die on all damage rolls, has resistance to all types of damage, fighting hits for neutral, and has advantage on all strength checks. Rage ends if Walter drops concentration or fails to deal or receive damage since their turn.
Pretty
So
cool.
if I rage, I have to attack. Or no.
Yeah, you have to either deal or receive damage or else the rage ends. If you're using an action, is it an action to set up in this case? I believe it is, right?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, it's a pretty powerful effect. Yeah, on this turn, doesn't matter. But every subsequent turn when you're doing things with Walter, if you do not take or receive damage, it will end. Or if you break
Okay.
concentration. Which, until recently, until Lasagna destroyed that gym, or combat or something. Lasagna just destroyed something, and I was like, we should actually play with concentration. So I will have concentration in mind. If you take damage, you are prone to breaking concentration.
You have to roll, right?
Yeah, it's a con save.
And then Quacko is going to sword stance,
Cool.
which is also concentration.
Yes, it is. We're going to stick to it this time. We're going to make sure it is consistent. And Quacko gets a special sword stance, right?
Yes, they in addition to getting its AC is increased by 1 is the bonus thing.
Mm.
But the actual sword stance doubling all subsequent bonus damage. So that's just doubling the bonus, yeah,
the
not
plus.
the die. Yeah.
So yeah,
Okay.
the AC boost is unique to Quacko. I am going to have you do an additional check for free, but it's not the perception check. It will be a performance check from Omelet.
I rolled a 15. What's that routed off of?
Charisma and performance, which you might be proficient in. So it's pretty good. You've passed the check.
Yeah.
Omelet observes their cherished father performing a swords dance, and Omelet does their very best to do the same thing. Omelet will not get an AC boost, but Omelet will get double damage bonus on their attacks. A pseudo dancer, if you will. It's more just the fatherly inspiration. Anything else for Schmidt?
That perception check. Finger guns.
You did use 2 actions, and the actions that you used did not trigger the perception check. That's what I was
Okay.
trying to explain. I'm
Okay.
sorry if that wasn't clear.
My anxiety is through the roof.
Okay. If that is all, Cindy,
Hi, hello.
hello.
I am in a hole now.
I didn't hear that being described. If that was the intention,
You were yoinked through the hole. You are behind Gimli.
okay. That is, you are not in the hole anymore. You can go back in the hole if you want.
It's up to you.
Oh. So I
Cindy
just
in the
got
hole.
yeeted out of there.
Yeah, you got pulled.
Yeah.
Probably for the better. I'm not doing so hot. It does, however, seem like we're scrapping. I don't want to use an action to have Basket like try to back up out of the situation
Well, they can move 5 feet for free as their movement,
for free. Okay.
but that's 5 feet because their movement is restricted.
Because I'm not planning on attacking with Basket in the now.
Yeah,
I just want to ask Basket to like slowly start kind of, as long as it won't attack, provoke an attack of opportunity, just kind of like scoot out of the front line.
Yeah, Basket is out of range already, so you're just going to move it 5 feet back as well.
Oh, if Basket's already out of range, then that's fine.
Okay.
But Cookie, I would say Cookie and Fang are probably
Fang is still up there.
towards the front. Yeah, Fang's still up there. And Cookie was out too, so.
I'm going to just headcanon that Cookie is next to Gimli.
Okay. So Fang's in the front, and then Cookie's next to Gimli.
Yes.
And is Basket in that area as well?
Basket is like near Cindy.
Oh, like with
behind
me
the
back
hole.
behind.
Yep.
Perfect. Okay. That's fine. Who can I hit in a 40-foot cone?
Oh, geez. We can use the grid to count. If so, directly below Axew is where we're going to say Cookie and Gimli are. So 5, 10, 15. Oh, and the Hacksters move forward. You can hit all the baddies easily.
Okay.
Well,
I'm gonna
should
throw
call
out
them
a-
baddies. They're not evil. They're not like NRG. They're just dragons.
They're baddies.
Yeah. Fang's gonna use Dragon Breath.
Okay. Hit all
So
these
all
dragons.
the targets,
Mhm.
all the targets caught in the blast must make a DC 15 Dex save.
Okay, that they will do. Are they taking damage regardless?
Yes, it doesn't say. I'm assuming if they pass, it's half damage,
This is
like normal. It
this
just
is-
says if a creature fails by 5 or more, it is paralyzed.
This is Fang.
Yes.
They should take half as much on a save. Please note when you roll this damage that 1, it is super effective. 2, there is no damage bonus because of the misty terrain. Let's roll them all. Baby Axew. What was the check again? 13, 14?
DC 15.
Okay, Axew fails.
Okay.
Teenager Fracture fails. Haxorus that is prone. Prone gives them advantage on dexterity saves, actually, that are ranged. They pass. And then other Haxorus fails. Oh, I guess Trevor's in this blast too. Sorry. Trevor's totally here. Trevor will need a dex save.
Trevor got a 19.
Okay. That will be half
That
damage.
passes. So, am I just gonna roll
damage on
the? So there's no damage bonus. Is that like the plus
Yes.
6?
The plus doesn't exist. It's just the dice.
Okay.
So just roll the total, and then we'll cut it in half for the Haxorus that passed. And for Trevor. Well, Trevor will get quartered because it's not super effective.
18.
Okay. 18 points of damage to Axew, to Fracture, and to the Haxorus behind Fracture. 9 points of damage to the prone Haxorus, and 4 points of damage to Trevor.
Did any of them fail by 5 or more?
Axew did.
They are paralyzed.
Poor baby Axew. So sad.
Sounds like a skill issue, though.
They're just a baby.
Yeah, so they lack skills. I'm not wrong.
I could catch the baby.
Oh my god.
More dragons.
We could have more dragons.
Can never have enough dragons, really.
Really.
That could be
Really?
my other action. Then we'll really have to fight these other Pokemon because they'll hate me more.
Yeah.
I still have 3 Ultra Balls. How's the Axew looking?
Axew looks like it's been stumbling around. It thought it liked you, and then you issued a command that made its body numb, and now it's very sad, and it's just really upset, and it wants its parents to come help.
Oh, I can be its parents.
Oh my god.
That sounds really bad.
That's Cindy's mind, baby.
Let's throw an Ultra Ball at it.
Okay.
Because it's taken damage, it's paralyzed.
Yeah.
These are all benefits.
You're welcome to throw that Ultra Ball with the hitting DC. Make a Pokemon handling check.
Please. Okay. Plus 5, 18.
That's with all of your modifiers?
Yes.
Okay. Axew gets sucked into the Pokeball as it's face down on the ground. The Ultra Ball with the sand whipping around kind of flutters in the wind before it settles on the ground next to Cookie and Gimli and Fracture. It wiggles once, and it wiggles twice, and it wiggles 3 times, and it opens. The ball breaks. You did not meet the DC to catch Axew. It was so close to, but it was not met. The text that would display in the video game would be...
It was so close.
Shoot, it was so close. But Axew is now back on the ground going, meh. It wasn't quite enough. This Pokemon was not ready.
Okay. That's fine. I think that's my turn.
I believe it is. Let's give this to Elodie, because it is her turn. Elodie. Misty Terrain's already doing some work. What are you doing?
Hooray for Misty Terrain.
What are you doing here? One of these Haxorus got a big old Trevor on him. It looks kind of funny.
I love that for them.
Yeah, it's great.
What I would like to do is, if I can, I'm going to transfer some health to Miss Cindy.
Okay. Elodie's HP pool will be transferred.
Yes.
Okay.
If I could give her 15 smackers.
You can give her 15 smackers.
I will take 15 smackers.
Just some insurance for whatever shenanigans she decides to get up to. With my other action, listen, I know Cindy wants to catch this Axew, but if we feint him, I don't have any Dazzling Gleams. Frick. I thought I did.
Yeah, you guys have been dungeoning
on that.
Yeah. We're experiencing the spell slot issue, It's like, oh shit.
Oh, this is so real right now.
Yeah.
Well, I can do something else instead, I'm sure. Who's the closest Pokemon to us besides Axew?
Fracture.
Cool.
Well, sorry. The Haxorus that Trevor's on top of is actually equally distant. My bad. They are next to each other.
Understandable.
Yeah.
Understandable. Have a nice day. Yeah, I'll, can I have Key Lime go for a fairy type Spirit Blade onto the Haxorus?
The Fell Haxorus? The prone one?
Yes.
Yeah, you may roll that with advantage. You will be provoking an attack of opportunity from Axew.
Understandable. Have a nice day.
Okay.
Oh no.
The little baby Axew. We'll roll that first because canonically Keyline would charge past Axew. And Axew's just going to be paralyzed on the ground and be like, meh, and try to smack at Keyline. Gets a 2. They will not, they just kind of flail there and Keyline runs past Axew. Yeah, roll with advantage to hit because Haxorus is prone.
Ooh. 23 to hit.
Yeah, that will in fact hit. Roll super effective fairy damage with any other applicable bonuses, including Calm Mind, including Misty Terrain.
Dude, this is crazy.
Does Misty Terrain boost? We made a boost, right?
I don't think so.
No, never mind.
No, it's just incoming dragon damage.
Yeah, that'd be too strong, actually. That'd be too strong.
Yeah. Plus 10. So that was a pretty good roll. That's a 38
Whoa!
For the damage of that.
Woohoo!
Damn, that's whopping.
Yeah, that's a smack for sure. Yeah, as Trevor just sits on top of this Haxorus with the pink blades, Keyline shows up with her own pink blades and smacks directly into the face and or body of this prone Haxorus and does a significant chunk of fairy type damage with the blade that has been summoned from her body in a very cybernetic, cool fashion. Very good. What else for Elodie?
That will be all for my turn.
Fantastic. Let's move on. We're looking at the dragons. Fantastic. Let's start with Axew. Axew, while paralyzed, is also going to lunge at Cookie. Just do a little run. Run at Cookie. They've been rolling so bad. They get a 5. Yeah, they stand up and they waddle over towards Cookie to make an attack, and they fall on their face yet again. Great. Fracture sees this and is like, yo, I'm gonna show this little kid how it's done, and more competently charges towards Cookie. Yeah, that'll probably hit 17 to hit.
To hit Cookie?
Yeah, to hit Cookie.
No,
Cookie's 18.
Yeah,
Dude, that's crazy. Yeah,
I got
Fracture.
20 con and 20 strength.
Yeah, Cookie's messed up, dude. It's like it's a 3-stage evolution or something.
Crazy.
Fracture charges forward and goes to sink its fangs into Cookie. its sideways tusks coming out of its mouth. But it fails to do so as Cookie kind of, its magma goopy form sort of apparates around, and Fracture cannot find purchase in Cookie's body. Impressive. Haxorus, that is being forced prone, is probably going to, I don't know how else I can really break out of this besides like forcing a grapple. So let's make a contested strength check. Haxorus versus Trevor. That is 25.
That's what did I get? 26.
Oh, no way, dude. Okay, cool. Are we doing athletics for
I
those?
thought we were.
Okay, this thing's proficient in athletics. Let me remath
Wait, I
that.
didn't roll this directly. Hold on. Oh, let me math that as well.
Okay, I was 2 off. 27.
Okay, I did get a 26. I was right the first time. Okay. Yeah, so I was 1 off, so they won it.
Okay, I'm sorry for remembering that athletics is a part of that.
I get? Oh, that's a strength check. I do get advantage on that in sand. Oh, I got an 18 on the next roll, so we tied.
Okay, how do we break
Ties
this?
favor the attacker.
Yeah. Well, this is. I'm gonna do a Google actually. Google seems to suggest the thing doesn't happen. Understood. Okay. So Haxorus lost. So Haxorus is gonna remain underneath Trevor. It will use a feature that it has, which is multi-attack, to attack with disadvantage to the only thing it can hit, which is Trevor. So actually going to request a DC 17 strength save from Trevor.
17 strength. My highest roll is a 13.
Oh, you have advantage. Sorry, they're prone.
Yeah.
Did you roll with advantage?
No, I did. Yeah, I
Oh,
got
damn.
13.
Okay. Yeah, that is a failed check. The Haxorus that is below Trevor flails its body in a savage, sinister way, unleashing some damage onto Trevor. Allow me to do a calc. Could be worse. 18 points of dark type damage as Trevor gets thrashed around on the back of this Haxorus. We've been making Trevor roll a lot, but Trevor will remain keeping this monster prone, I believe. Gimli, make a perception check. This action has triggered the thing.
23, yeah.
Great. You have an extra bonus for this for a reason that you'll soon understand. Also, as this Haxorus thrashes around, you notice this chamber is rumbling because this is a large and heavy creature with metal on its face. And Trevor on top of it, so it must be pretty powerful. As it does so, you can observe from where you are in the hallway that the 30, 40-foot ceiling in the chamber is dripping sand and rock particles. They're falling as the thrashing is happening. Perhaps there's something going on with this ceiling. Perhaps worth noting.
Uh-oh. Guys, I think the ceiling's crumbling. We might have a cave in.
Oh, great.
Cool. Then the unencumbered Haxorus will make an attack. It will a little viciously kick Fracture away as one of its parts of its multi-attack. It'll kick Fracture out of the way of Cookie. That does provoke an attack of opportunity from Cookie if you'd like to roll a melee attack.
Sure. Cookie's got a fire punch.
Yeah, roll to hit.
Oh no. Cookie. 13.
It's fine. It's a free hit anyways. Does not connect with the Fracture as this parent Haxorus kind of viciously shoves it to the side. It is now behind Haxorus and to the left a little bit. This Haxorus charges forward and swings its massive axe down onto Cookie. As it does so, it makes like a slashing, like tring kind of sound, exactly the sound that you heard earlier in the cave. It slams its face into the ground and misses Cookie. It seems that if this attack had hit, it would have been devastating. That is it for the dragons. It's Omari's turn. Omari will say, "All right, Pinchy, show me the sand tomb." And little Trapinch fires off a sand tomb to hit the paralyzed Axew, so they get advantage. They do connect. Axew gets trapped in a little whirlwind of sand and will be unable to move on its next turn. It's already paralyzed, so it's having a real bad time. And it takes a little bit of damage as well. Everyone takes proficiency bonus amount of sand damage right now, unless you are rock type, unless you are steel type, unless you are ground type, unless you are wearing go-go goggles, or unless you are Cindy. Everyone takes proficiency bonus worth of sand damage. Please calc it
Go goggles
immediately.
So I don't take any?
Cindy is immune to effects of regular kind of weather stuff
Sick.
because of her background.
I am no longer 69 HP.
No. Yes.
I can sauce you 3 next turn. Don't worry. Or whatever your proficiency bonus is.
It's 4. Yeah.
I can sauce you 4. Don't worry about it.
Yep.
I'm just kidding.
Once again, that is every
Use your
creature,
whole action on that. Yep.
including the dragons. Every creature, every person takes proficiency bonus.
Oh, my Pokemon.
All of them, everyone. I believe the only other rock, ground, or steel type. Oh, Basket. Basket's immune, and Pinchy is
Oh,
immune.
sick.
Okay, everyone got their sand, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Gimli time.
All right. Fine.
Trevor is on top of Haxorus, which has taken a good chunk of damage. Axew's in a sand tomb. Fracture got kicked away, so you're kind of the mouth of the tunnel is now occupied by the 2 Haxorus.
How close are people to like the dragons? Like, I'm just trying to use Earthquake in its 20-foot radius. So
Cookie is right next to one of the dragons.
okay.
And then Cookie is is kitty cornered between the 2 Haxorus and the Axew at the mouth of the tunnel. And then behind them, I guess we would say that, I don't know, we haven't particularly identified who's there yet, but Basket's a little bit further back. I'm imagining Walter is one of those spots, and Gimli is one of those spots that is directly behind Cookie, because Walter seems to be like the foremost like active participant at the moment.
Okay. Think I don't want to use Earthquake. I probably. Okay. Actually, can I have Lasagna pick up Trevor and drop him again
On the same
top of him?
Haxorus?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. We'll do the same thing. So give me the D6s for the efficacy of that.
Both 4s.
Okay. That is very good. We will give you some sort of additional bonus. Let me think about it. Roll your goal is to, the prone will definitely work. We will also say that they can't break out of it. Maybe that's our bonus for this turn.
Okay.
Their next turn, they alone won't be able to break out of it. And then roll your damage.
29.
Oof! Holy moly! This actress is getting beat up. It's having a rough time.
Yeah. As a bonus action, I'm going to harden as well.
Cool.
Trevor.
Yeah, you're welcome to do that. Deduct that HP as Trevor hardens its carapace after pummeling into the same Haxorus, yet again using Lasagna's psychic powers. Anything else for Gimli? I don't know if you have more economy.
I don't believe I do, because they each took their own regular action to do that. Yeah, so definitely not.
Okay.
Yeah, we're good.
Great. That brings us back to the top of initiative. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe this is the final turn of Misty Terrain. Once it comes back around to Elodie, I think it will turn off. I have a tally.
First turn,
I've hit 3.
Okay.
The first turn was like the pre-initiative.
I didn't do it on the pre-initiative turn. I did it on my first actual turn.
Yeah, I think when your turn ends is when it looks
okay.
fine.
How many
Right,
turns?
that makes sense.
It lasts 3.
Okay.
You're welcome to also
Gotcha.
use it. It's not your turn. I'm just thinking about it.
Right.
Well, then it would only have lasted 2 of Elodie's turns then, right? If it's at the end of the next turn.
Isn't that 3?
Elodie cast it, and then it's 3 turns after that, or that turn
It's 3 total
included?
turns. It's like using Trick Room, and it's 5 turns. You know what I'm saying? Because it's
Then,
because
it
the
would be.
whole encounter is experiencing it. Cool. Schmidt, it's your turn.
Cool. Where's the one that's taking some damage right now?
It
The one that
is-
was prone.
It is behind Axew at the mouth of the tunnel, diagonal to Cookie. So you'd have to cross Axew's attack of opportunity range, which turns out it's not particularly threatening at the moment. But
Yeah.
Axew's like on its belly, numb, and it's being spun around in like a mini sand cyclone. So it's not doing well.
Yep. Well, since we have Rage active,
Yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and Hyperdrill that Haxorus. I'm fine with taking the attack of opportunity.
Okay, we'll roll the attack of opportunity first.
Mhm.
Nope, a 5. Axew, you poor, pathetic little guy. Yeah, you have advantage to hit this prone Haxorus.
All right. Oh, that means I crit.
Yeah, it does.
It's been a while since we've done Schmidt combat.
Yeah. Also, let it be known, I think there's another innate synergy. I think the sand damage should maintain rage, because that is taking damage.
If
Or-
it fails to deal or receive damage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that's another synergy that Schmidt and Gimli have.
Okay. So I'm hitting with Hyperdrill.
Yep, with a crit.
So it says that Walter gains an additional die on all damage rolls. Does that count in the crit as well?
Ooh, yeah, it would.
So that's 5d8
Yeah,
for this move.
for the base of the crit, yeah.
So 75 points of damage.
Yeah,
Jesus Christ.
that checks out, dude. Fucking Walter, dude. Walter just drills its tail into the knocked over Haxorus and deals a considerable chunk of damage. It is not knocked out, believe it or not, but it looks hurt. It looks like it's not having a good time.
Oh, well, it's still prone though, right?
It is still prone.
Like it would be weak to perhaps maybe a slash from Quacko.
Sure, you're going to take another attack of opportunity from Axew, so.
That's fine.
Okay. Will Axew be able to smack Quacko as Quacko flies by? It will! Hopefully, 18 to hit.
How much do I get? I only get +1. It does hit.
Let's fucking go, Axew. For 13 points of normal type damage into Quacko. But you are also welcome to get your free critical hit as a combat advantage situation.
Yep. So that is a total of 54 points of damage.
Holy moly. This Haxorus is hardly hanging on, but they're still up as the wombo combo of Hyper Drill into what, Slash, right?
Slash, yeah.
Yeah, Slash. As Schmidt's Pokemon sees the opportunity to just pummel this Haxorus that is being held in place by Trevor. Battle map logistics. These are a lot of Pokemon occupying the same space. I'm going to have you choose one to share a space with Axew because they're small. It's not gonna. You're gonna suffer a penalty at the moment. Probably won't in general, but I do need you to pick one to occupy that 5-foot area.
It would be Walter.
Okay, Walter will be in that tile then.
Can I have Quacko be behind Walter?
Yeah, Quacko still has movement. Actually, you could still move them both back into the tunnel if you want. Sorry. But just as I was just imagining one of them would stay near Trevor, but you're right. You can totally move them 30 feet. Well, at this point, they have like 15 more.
Kind of run back through the tunnel. I'll keep Walter out.
Okay. Yes, that you can absolutely do that. Quacko can return probably back to his starting position, and Walter will remain next to Trevor and the Fell Haxorus. Anything else for Schmidt?
I think that's all the economy I have.
I think it is. Cindy, what are you doing? The Haxorus just tried to cleave Cookie. It didn't work.
Yeah. Who is within a 20-foot circle?
Depends on where you want to put it, but
Like a Draco Meteor circle.
is
Is Trevor still on top of a Haxorus?
Yes, that is
Are we
correct.
underground?
Yeah, but it's Pokemon. The meteors will come from somewhere else.
The meteors will come from the collapsing ceiling.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to hit Trevor.
That is impossible unless you want to hit Haxorus 2 and Fracture. That is possible. You would just...
And not hit Trevor?
Yes, you would be able... But then you wouldn't hit that other Haxorus either.
He's having a time already.
That's true.
I think it's worth doing a Draco Meteor to hit Fracture and the other Haxorus.
Okay.
And then I can still attack with Fang, so...
Fantastic. Let's have them make their dexterity
DC
saves.
17 dex save.
DC 17. Cookie's a powerful beast.
Yeah.
Yeah. They both pass. I got a natural 19 and a natural 18. But they will still be receiving damage with no damage bonus.
And because it would have been super effective because it's a dragon type move, can I just roll the normal amount of dice? Because that is effectively halving it.
Yeah. Wait.
Does that make sense? Okay.
Yes. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
29 damage.
Pretty good. Yeah, Fracture and this previously undamaged Haxorus besides the sand get pummeled by purplish, arcane, reddish meteors that fall from the ceiling. It seems that it is rumbling the chamber, and more rocks and stones begin to fall as the room shakes, and it feels like a volatile situation.
Sick.
Nice damage. What is your other Pokemon going to do, or what is Cindy going to do?
I think I'll have Fang Dragon Breath again.
Okay.
I know that it'll hit a few others.
Yeah, if you just Dragon Breath through the tunnel, if you want to hit
I'll
both
hit everybody.
Haxorus, you will also be hitting Cookie and Walter, I think. Yeah, and Axew. Otherwise, you can just hit Trevor and Haxorus, or you could hit Axew, Trevor, and Haxorus, or you could angle it. You can't hit Fracture at this angle, but you could also hit Axew and the other Haxorus.
How close? Because it's like a cone. But like, could I have Fang move and like get close enough to not hit maybe Cookie? Like if Fang's next to Cookie, it won't hit Cookie.
Yeah, if you want them
know
to
what I mean?
occupy the same space, we'll do a combo roll, and we can imagine that like Cookie holds the dragon breath cannon or something. If Cookie succeeds a DC 13 dexterity check, we can let that happen.
Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
that's
That's a
fucked up.
16 on the die.
What's fucked up?
That defend your own Pokemon, but while R2 are just there.
Yeah, it's a
Where's Walter? Is Walter in front
Walter's
of
in the
Cookie?
cone, yeah.
yeah. Walter's in there.
He's in the shit right there next to the Axew.
It's a dragon breath. It barely does any damage.
Okay.
How's Walter doing health wise?
Yellow.
Okay.
Oh, that's from a previous combat, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've had Walter out this entire time.
Okay, you're committing to this though. I mean, you already rolled the dex save, so or the dex check.
Yeah.
Okay. So Walter and Trevor and Haxorus and Axew will be taking.
They need to make a DC 15 dex save.
Oh gosh. Okay.
So
Axew,
Walter and Trevor can avoid damage or some damage or something.
Axew gets a 19. Fel Haxorus gets a 17.
Okay. So they take half damage,
Oh,
which
shit.
is regular damage
Right, because
because
it's super effective.
they're dragons.
Yeah.
18.
Walter passes.
Cool.
Got
So
that
you're gonna take
Walter
half.
has a monstrous dex.
And then
Trevor?
Trevor, who has advantage.
Did not pass.
Okay.
With
how-
advantage?
Yes, with advantage.
what was
Okay.
your number?
I'm a giant rock.
What-
9.
Is that 5 or more?
What was the 14 was the number?
15.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
more
that's
than
five or
5.
more.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Trevor's paralyzed. I'm so sorry.
You're so good at this.
I'm
Why do you do this
amazing.
every
Yeah,
time?
I don't know why you did it.
It's a- it's a-
Bad
No,
moves.
it's a you know.
So that's
Let's see that
2d8.
damage. Let's see that damage.
I am no longer going to save Cindy.
Cindy creates problems and then
6.
creates problems.
6 damage.
Onto
So 6.
everyone?
Well, 6 onto the dragons that it's super effective against,
Okay.
and then
So
it's
3
half.
on the Walter.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah,
and
yeah.
3. No, I guess that would be 6 under Trevor because
Yes.
Trevor failed.
Correct. And then there's no
Let me
damage
roll
bonus.
My harden. 1d8. I probably mitigate the whole thing. Hold on. Yeah, I do. I mitigate 11.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
The
So
process
you're just
will still go
paralyzed.
through, which sucks, but it is. Yeah. Fane waddles up over to Cookie following Cindy's instruction. Cookie leans over and goes, "Whoa," and picks up Fane, and Fane goes, "Meh," and shoots out a cone of arcane fire that smacks into several Pokemon and paralyzes Trevor. And that Haxorus had advantage, but they didn't get a crit. I forgot to give them advantage for ranged attack, dealing an honestly small amount of damage to everyone. But it's the thought that counts. Participation is everything. Miraculously, this Haxorus that is underneath Trevor is still standing. Anything else for Cindy?
Nope.
Elodie moment.
Real Elodie moments. So the Haxorus is still standing.
Well, it's still lying down, but yes.
Yeah, it's still lying down and being crushed. Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, we'll have Key Lime go into another Spirit Blade into it.
Okay. Rushing forward. I guess it... Yeah. Are they staying? They wouldn't fit near Haxorus, actually. I should have asked you if they moved back after the Spirit Blade.
Ruh-roh.
But it doesn't matter because the
Ruh-roh.
attacks that are coming out of Dragon and Keylime's immune. So it kind of doesn't matter what you were doing. Just for flavor, let me know if Keylime returned to Elodie or stayed in that fray.
Probably stayed in that fray.
Okay, it was unfair to put Walter
Close
next
to
to
it.
Axew then, but also nothing bad has happened as a result. Can we flavor that Keylime is either directly behind the Fel Haxorus or one tile behind to the right? Is that okay with you, just for position's sake?
That is fine.
Okay, it would have been caught in the Dragon Breath, but again, it's immune, so nothing really changed there. Okay, yes, please roll your Spirit Blade then.
13 to hit.
13 does not meet the armor class of this Haxorus. As Keylime summons its blade once again and goes to strike Haxorus down with it, it quickly turns its head and deflects the blade with the blade on its face.
Sadness.
It
in
happens.
My soul. It happens. It's what we do.
It does make a
that's
clangorous,
fine.
like, ring, like throughout the chamber. Just for fun. Elodie, roll a d20.
I love rolling d20s
Yeah.
for ominous reasons.
Yeah.
18?
Great. What are you doing with the rest of your turn?
Worried. Can I... Is this the best use of my turn? At this point, potentially. Check how far along the, ceiling is and its crumbling situation.
Yeah, you can roll an investigation. It is sandy, so you will suffer a slight modifier penalty, but I will not disclose that to you. It's a single digit. It's not much. But if you're
Understandable.
if you're using your eyes, it'll be slightly harder. You can just vibe check it.
24 on an investigation.
Wow. Yeah. How do I put this in a flavorful way? It seems like 1 to 3 more instances of something either like sonorous or resonating or rumbling might cause some problems.
You said 1 to 3?
1 to 3.
Cool. And who all is so is this just the ceiling over the cavern part or also the tunnel?
Your investigation is high enough to note that it is the real rickety part is in the primary part of the chamber, but the stones do kind of overlap, so you're not entirely sure how the tunnel is going to fare.
Gotcha.
Chamber for sure. Tunnel, maybe.
I was going to say, wasn't there, last week or a few weeks ago, we encountered a tunnel that had, loose tiles?
Yes. Is this
Perhaps
the
we did.
ceiling of the loose tiles?
Probably.
Are
Possibly.
these the
Well,
loose
that-
tiles?
But okay. That's not the worst thing.
Right, it means that it won't be the entire system caving in, It's just
Right.
What if it's
Like-
Gimli? What if Gimli's gonna fall through?
why was
That
he
would
up
be
there in the room we were in
So
before?
awesome.
He's so crazy.
But that's
I'm coming,
if the
Daddy.
cave-in happens. It is dig
I'm
outable.
coming, Daddy.
It is always dig outable.
Right. Can I prepare a free action?
Describe it.
So if the tunnel collapses, I would like to sanctuary with cabbage around us.
Oh. Yes.
You sound so disappointed.
No,
Aw.
no, I'm not disappointed. No. Yes, you can prepare it. It will cost an action to prepare, but you can use a free action to shoot it.
Okay, do I have an action? Because I used a move and then I checked the ceiling.
No, you don't.
Okay, that's fine.
It's a good idea.
Everybody, please be careful.
Oh.
You can do your next turn. It's fine.
Yeah, I'll just do it my next turn. I will just tell everybody to please be careful.
That's a
And
free
I will
action.
End my turn.
Great. Yeah, Sanctuary does specify as a free action on your turn, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
Understandable. Have a nice day.
Yep. It's the dragons. It is the dragons. One Haxorus looks very tired and sad. One of them looks absolutely furious and bursting with energy. Axew is just sad to look at, and Fracture is picking itself off after being abused by its parent. What are we going to do first? Axew is going to, while it's being spun around in Sand Tomb and paralyzed, it's going to try and fire off an attack at Walter. Disadvantage saved you there. I don't think an 11 will hit.
No, it does not.
Okay. Axew just kind of flails around and is miserable. Let's see. Let's do Big Haxorus first, the big healthy one. Let's see what he's doing. He's going to make the same attack into Cookie with his multi-attack. There we go. Hell yeah. Haxorus cleaves its fangs into Cookie, or its axe into Cookie, and its goopy body seems to just even though it's nebulous and somewhat liquid, it splits apart, and all of Cookie's HP is drained to 0 as it succumbs to guillotine.
What?
Holy fuck.
It still gets gooey.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, magma goo would proc.
Yeah.
Magma
so
Goo
it's
does
maybe-
proc as Cookie's HP falls to 0. So that lowers its armor
Um,
class and its movement, correct?
No, I roll a
the
1d4.
Yeah.
If it's a 3 or a 4, their movement speed is halved and their AC is dropped by 2 for a minute.
Roll that d4.
Please. 1. Nothing happens.
Cookie, the goopy monster, looks like its body, it gradually kind of reforms a little bit, but it got chopped in half, basically. Cookie, for clarity, is not dead. Cookie is at 0 HP and would be making death saves. But you, as a reaction, are welcome to...
I can return.
Yes.
Zoop.
Sometimes you can't if there's like an impedance or something, but there's nothing between you, so you are fine. With its additional action, this Haxorus literally doesn't give a shit. After chopping Cookie in half, Haxorus will roar and stomp its big old foot on the ground and cause an earthquake. I need the Fel Haxorus, Trevor, Walter, Key Lime, and Quacko. Quacko's immune. And Quacko went back anyways. I think that's all of them. All those that I just read.
Is Fang
Oh, Fane for sure.
within range?
Fane also. And I want to say Gimli, but we're not playing with the proper map, so if you want to argue with me, that's fine. To make a DC 17 strength save.
Natural 20.
You avoid all damage.
Natural 20 on Trevor.
Shit.
Trevor avoids all damage.
Y'all. What is the DC again?
17. DC 17.
That's a
Keelan
5.
fails.
Gimli
Keelan
gets a
fails.
17.
Fang got a 5.
Okay. All the Pokemon that failed, who would take neutral damage, take a good old 40 points of ground type damage.
Is Fang a...
Fang is neutral.
Okay. 40?
40. All the humans, just Gimli. Gimli, you passed, right?
Yes.
So Gimli takes 10. The Fel Haxorus is knocked out. Knocked out by its own Haxorus. And then Trevor avoided damage, which is great. And Walter got the crit?
Walter got the crit too, yes.
Okay. So, not a very productive Earthquake, Haxorus. That's kind of bad. But I'm going to make a roll for the ceiling. Okay. Ceiling crumbles a little bit. Some more like rocks fall at a faster pace. But not caving at the moment. Then Fracture didn't do anything. I forgot about little Fracture. Fracture's going to pick up a nose pass Carapace and hit it with its tail towards Key Lime, making an improvised ranged attack. Give Key Lime a DC... Wait, did anyone fail? Sorry. Did anyone fail the Earthquake? That wasn't the Fel Haxorus.
Keelan did.
Fang.
Key Lime and Fane failed?
Yeah.
Okay, they're both prone, and they will take either an action or their movement to stand up, which also gives Key Lime advantage on this attack, but that's fine. Have Key Lime roll an advantage DC 13 dexterity save.
12?
Beats it for the attacker, so that will actually connect. Oh wait, no, that's even lower. I said DC 13, right? Yeah, Key Lime's gonna
I
take.
don't know what you said.
I said DC 13. Key Lime
Okay.
is going to take a nose pass Carapace to the face for. It's kind of bludgeoning damage. It's kind of rock type damage. It's somewhere between. 14 points of rock type damage as Fracture picks up a nose pass, smacks it with his tail, and it actually connects with Key Lime that's fallen on the ground. How's Key Lime doing?
She's still up. She's not good, but she's still up.
She's hanging in there. Okay.
She's hanging in there, dude.
That is the dragons. Delightful. Omari. He's going to instruct Trapinch to go up to Axew and give him a little chomp using Bite. Advantage to hit. That's a crit. No fucking way. Let's go, Omari. That's sick as hell. Rolling. Ooh. Axew is still up. Barely. Omari is very proud of Trapinch. He says, "Way to go, Pinchy." And Pinchy goes, "Gak, gak, 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 gak." Sand time. Everybody, everything that is susceptible to sand takes proficiency bonus of damage. Axew faints.
Fuck. Sorry.
You can heal it.
Oh, during the flail, was my concentration broken? Would it have
With Trevor,
been? Yeah.
make a con save.
Okay. Yeah, we have to
Because you're
roll that
also succumb to
I remember-
Earthquake, which even though you crit it, yeah, just make a con
He's
save.
fine. Yeah.
Okay.
No, he's fine.
Once the sand is done, we're back to Gimli.
Okay. Everyone took their damage. We're good then. Okay.
Yep.
Neat.
Oh, I need to do damage for Omelet too.
Correct. All the Pokemon that are susceptible.
The baby.
The baby.
Omelet's not doing great, y'all. Like,
Just passively.
I'm gonna
just,
just start throwing attacks out.
well, I only have so much turn economy.
That's true. But what if Omelet guillotines the other Haxorus?
Gimli's turn.
So the one that was under my feet is knocked out. Yes.
Yes, it is limp.
Okay.
It was knocked out by the other Haxorus.
Yes. So we're just gonna do some basic stuff on the other Haxorus. We're just gonna rock slide into the other Haxorus. So strength 18 save.
They get a 22.
Okay, so they take half damage and are not prone. Okay, 10 damage.
Cool. 10 points of rock type damage as Trevor hurls rocks into the standing Haxorus. What else you got?
Re-engage the Harden as a bonus action.
Okay.
I think we're going to set up a future sight on that same Haxorus. So that just
Ooh.
happens.
Yeah, that just happens as.
And then I'll be able to cast that on my next turn.
Yeah. Your barrier's been gone for a minute, right? Or does
Barrier lasts a minute.
Oh, well, it hasn't been 10 turns. Well, this is a new concentration, so you will be dropping barrier for it.
This is a new concentration?
It should be, right? Future sight. You can only do one concentration at a time. I thought future sight was the whole reason that we changed concentration, right? Isn't it?
Oh yeah, I guess those are rules of concentration.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll drop
Okay.
the barrier.
I don't think it even came up. I don't think so. Cool.
Yeah, well, it missed Cindy's armor class every time that I added to it. So.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. Anything else for Gimli?
No, that's it.
Okay. I forgot. No dragon type attacks came out after Dragon Breath. But Misty Terrain is gone at this point. We're back at the top for Schmidt.
So where is the Haxorus, like as far as tunnel, chasm?
It is at the mouth. It is
It's at the mouth.
Yeah. Is blocking the tunnel. It is next to Trevor and in front of Fang. And Axew is next to Fang.
I think I'm just going to double up back on this last remaining Haxorus.
Okay.
I am going to, with Quacko, I'm going to use Air Cutter.
Ooh,
I
at
want
range.
Quacko to kind of like just pop up out of the hole, shoot the Air Cutter, then pop back down.
Yep. And that's a roll to hit, right?
Yes.
So it won't. Fang being in the way doesn't really matter.
Yes. 13 to hit?
13 does not hit. I'm sorry. The air cutter flies through
Okay.
there and gleans off of the axe. Ping!
All right, well, Walter's just going to run straight at him with a Hyper Drill then.
Okay. Roll to hit that hyper drill.
Oh, better, Walter. That wasn't much better.
Do better, Walter. Come on.
17.
17 does break the armor class of Haxorus.
Sick. 41
Ooh,
points of normal type damage.
Walter, you're going crazy today. Holy shit. That's awesome. Yeah, huge hit as Walter hyper drills directly into Haxorus. If everything's going to be fair, that does provoke an opportunity attack from... Oh, actually, he was knocked out. Just kidding. Actually, he's out. JK, no opportunity attacks. Yeah, huge hit as the drill drills into Haxorus. It's still standing. Very good. Anything else for Schmidt?
Nope.
Okay. The ceiling was... continue.
Rereading it, it looks like I can get 3 actions with 3 Pokemon as long as Schmidt's not doing anything.
Yeah, this hasn't come up before.
Okay.
But it does like penalize you. So we could demo it right now if you want.
I just want to roll metronome.
Yeah.
I'm addicted.
Yeah. How much PP do you have left?
This is my last one.
Yeah, fuck it, go for it. One of your Pokemon will likely be the target of an attack, but they're probably going to be anyways. So
I rolled Mirror Shot.
Oh, weird. What the fuck?
I don't even know what that move does.
I might have this typed up. One moment. Oh, you know what? I did it like a variant of Mirror Shot for the unique Rotom in New Mauville. So I have a note on that, actually. That's very funny. So when Omelette uses Mirror Shot, they get a +4 to hit. So make a ranged attack on Haxorus.
Rolled a 19.
Holy shit. Okay. Omelette unleashes like a reflective steel beam from their waggling finger as it connects into Haxorus. Haxorus must make a DC 12 con save. They get a 7. What's their con? Okay, roll damage. Your formula is 2d8 plus 1.
That is 10.
Okay. 10 points of steel type damage into Haxorus, and because it failed the con save, its next action will have disadvantage.
Okay.
It's kind of broken.
Let's go Omelette. Yeah.
Yeah, Omelette killing it with that mass metronome. That's really good. Cool. Anything else?
Nope.
Cindy?
Okay. Fang is prone. Fang is gonna get up.
Okay. Consumes
Like,
action or
Fang-
movement.
If Fang, so I want Fang to use Headbutt, but that will require movement.
No, you were in melee range
But I
of Haxorus.
Oh,
Yeah, you
okay,
move,
then
but
that's
like,
fine.
you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to move another 5 feet.
Okay. But
Yeah.
also, I could do both of my actions with Fang, correct?
Oh, we haven't done that before either. No. They have their
No.
own independent, unless they have like extra attack or something.
Okay. Okay,
no.
so Fang's gonna use his movement to stand up.
If this makes sense, your actions are your trainer giving commands, if that makes sense.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So Fang's gonna stand up with the movement and then headbutt Haxorus.
Okay, yeah. Roll to hit.
Which Fang's still wearing their Rocky helmet, so
Okay, we'll add a little bit of damage then.
it's a plus. It says +4 on my notes.
Okay, to deal head type damage or when damage is dealt to Fang with melee attacks.
Oh,
Because if you're trying to boost headbutt, like that's cute. It's not technically part of the Rocky helmet, but we could flavor it that way if you want.
Yeah.
'Cause
Definitely
it might
interesting,
be
yeah.
the +4 then.
that's
for
definitely the
the
intent, but you're using a head move, right? And like I could see future Fang like, wouldn't really like why would it take a head move? But if you have the Rocky helmet, it's cute and fun. So we'll give it a bonus for damage.
16.
16 does not meet the armor class. Any keen listeners, any keen gamers would identify at this point that the armor class of Haxorus is 17. Fang charges forward with its head, smacks into Haxorus, and ding! Off of the chest armor. It's thick scales all over its body. Haxorus is not having it. You have one more, right? One more thing? Cookie's down.
Technically,
So you could send someone out.
Cookie's down. I could send someone out.
Or Cindy could do something. Cindy could punch Haxorus,
I could do something. Basket has been out.
Yeah, Basket can do something.
I don't want to do anything that's going to make Basket move because Basket is slow.
Yeah, that's true.
What does Power Gem do?
If there's no notes, it just does damage. Is it a roll to hit
Okay.
or is it a save?
It says +6.
So it's
I'm assuming it's roll to hit.
you could shoot off a power gem and not threaten any of your allies because it's single target.
Okay. And it's a 40-foot range.
Yes, that will connect if you wanted to. It might not connect Haxorus. I'd have to do some math. Or sorry, Fracture. It might not connect Fracture, but it can definitely connect with Haxorus.
That's fine.
Okay.
Let's see. Can it be more powerful because I'm holding a big gem? No, I'm kidding.
That's cute. Maybe a certain attack would.
16 +6 to hit.
That will hit.
Excellent.
You can roll rock type damage.
14.
Okay. 14 points of rock type damage into this Haxorus. Pretty not bad.
Mhm.
Not bad at all. Just beep, 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 bing. These little gems summon out of Basket's body, out of the cart, and pow, 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 into Haxorus's body, and they psh, psh, psh. It's tough. Taking some damage. Anything else for Cindy?
Nope, that's it.
Elodie,
Hello.
what are you doing?
Good question. We do find ourselves in a precarious situation under which we are experiencing a crumbling ceiling.
I wonder if we can heal Cookie enough to use magma to just glue the ceiling back together.
Magma glue.
Magma glue.
Magma glue.
I don't know if magma would harden fast enough, and then you just have a dripping magma ceiling.
Yeah, I
We
was gonna
have
say
water Pokemon that can do water things.
We're a little tied up, though.
Yeah. I think we need to group together.
I do love that idea, for the record, but
Yeah,
No, it's a
I
cool
love the
idea
creativity.
under the correct circumstances, which are not these.
Yet. Once we figure out this dragon situation, we can glue the ceiling back together. It's fine.
We have maybe a turn.
I think we just need to all group up, and then Cabbage can sanctuary us, and then Walter can dig a tunnel to
Right.
the room that we know is above this ceiling.
Right.
Sure.
That's a way
But we just need to
more
group up.
approachable idea. Yeah.
we're
kind of all
My-
scattered in the tunnel.
Yeah, kind of keen to get the exact order, but the front line is Fang. Key Lime is ended up behind this Haxorus. So actually, from front to back, it's Key Lime, Trevor, Haxorus, Fang, Walter, and then Omelet/Basket/Gimli are all in that kind of area, and then Cabbage/Elodie/Mitch/Quacko. We should have probably written it out because it's really not that thick of a tunnel, but here we are.
Okay. Would you say that right now everybody could fit into a 20-foot radius? So that's 40 feet wide total.
It'd be cozy, but all allies could, especially with Cookie out of the picture. Yes,
Okay. I can also I should probably
but also
do...
within the tunnel, there's rock walls, so you wouldn't be able to fit everyone. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a 10-foot tunnel, so you don't get the sanctuary will bleed into the rock wall, but you will lose some of the effect of it. You know what I'm saying? Sanctuary is bigger than the part of the tunnel that's being casted.
Pokemon to fit, but that might take a turn to return everybody.
Yeah.
I mean, I can I can return Key Lime now, and if she's at the front, then that should like free up some space, hopefully. Or
Yeah, I think you'll need. Okay, math monster sizes. Who's out? Basket, Trevor, Fang, Walter, Quacko. I think Trevor and like 2 medium-sized Pokemon. So probably like Basket and Fang would probably, or Key Lime. Basically not. Omelette is small enough. Quacko is small enough. All the other Pokemon, probably Trevor plus 2 of those to fit everyone in Sanctuary in the tunnel. That's my ruling.
Yeah, so I would definitely have to return my Pokemon for sure.
gotcha. Okay, so we'll need to wait at least on that until next turn, likely.
Could you hold that action until we return, or would that be like the next round of combat?
It
How
would
does
cost
help-
you your
how does
action,
help?
but
We could do that, yeah. You return Key Lime and then
That's
hold
fine.
the action.
Yeah, yeah. I think that's probably what I'll do. I'll just return Key Lime and hold that until everybody is in space to be able to Sanctuary with everybody inside.
okay. Yeah, you can return Key Lime, no problem, and you prepare to execute this plan with Cabbage. Great. I believe that's it, unless you want to do a bonus action or something.
Yeah, that's all I'll do.
Okay. It's the dragon's turn. This Haxorus is going to do a couple things, as it has access to multiple actions. It has one more guillotine left. It's going to swing it. It's going to swing it at Walter. I'm going to step up there and go whing. Oh, it has disadvantage too. Okay. Guillotine will not connect, thankfully. Haxorus will turn to Fracture and make a charisma check of a nature of which you do not quite discern, but you may be able to guess if it's successful. Oh, baby! That's a crit. That should have been the guillotine, but it's fine. It roars at Fracture, and Fracture goes, "Meh," and it roars back. And Fracture begins to glow a brilliant white light and experiences an evolution into a third
no.
Haxorus.
Oh my fucking god.
That is pretty cool. That's pretty great. That crit was epic. So yeah. So we're back to 2 Haxoruses. I'm gonna roll
Is
for
this Haxorus's blades also pink?
Ooh, great question.
Or are we to discern that like the Haxorus
They're stained, yeah. These
Yeah.
are like some new Haxorus blades.
Yeah, great
because they're
question.
fresh.
Yeah, you observe after the evolution concludes that this newly evolved Haxorus also has pink blades. They are more red than the other 2 Haxorus that you have fought, but they still have like a weird, unusual pinkish color to them. In fact, they look like the same color of red that Nose Past Noses are. Perhaps they have been feasting. The roar is quite sonorous, so we're going to roll for the ceiling. Fantastic. The ceiling of the chamber begins to cave in as this Haxorus evolves. The ceiling rumbles and tremors, and rocks begin to fall, and it begins to cave in. And that includes a majority of the tunnel and the whole combat chamber. And I think that would be an excellent place to end the session. Hello, and thank you so much for listening to the latest episode of Dunsparce and Drampa. I'd like to give extra special thanks to our latest patrons, being Ethan, John, Matthew, and Hannah. If you're interested in becoming a patron yourself, you can find that link as well as links to our socials and much more at linktr.ee/Dunsparce. That's linktree/Dunsparce. Patrons get access to all sorts of bonus content, including post-show discussions for every group episode, exclusive art made by Melissa and Grace, as well as early access to some bonus content and episodes. We all hope that you enjoyed part 1 of the Galar Gala one-shot run by Jacob. We're hoping to get part 2 out to you soon, but as you know, the final boss of all things tabletop role-playing games is scheduling, so we will let you know as soon as we have that ready for you. Otherwise, we will see you for the next episode of Dunsparce and Drampa on January 16th. She rolled my d20.
Oh, what a good guy.
What'd he get?
Ooh, what'd he get?
An 11.
Decent.
Let's go, Crunchy.
Hooray for Misty Terrain.
You guys are kind of in like a 300 situation, you know what I'm saying?
I don't know what you're saying. I'm sorry.
I haven't seen the movie.
Anyone know what I'm saying here?
What was said? I just didn't.
It was
I zoned
really
out. What
stupid. You know the movie 300 and the Spartans are fighting the Persians and
No.
okay, that's fine.
No.
You guys are in a tunnel and they're barreling into you. That's
Yeah.
all. That's what's
It's a
happening.
real 300 situation.
Yeah, it's a real 300 situation. That movie's so stupid.